Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. As what I was editing, turns out that I forgot how to make a intro. So this is gonna be my intro. Um, so yeah, well, this is gonna be the 5 mangas that I've been reading recently, or picked up, or some of them. But I hope you like the video. Enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and cue the intro. Got it. So for the fifth spot today, we're going to talk about Cuboids. So Cuboids is basically an SAO and Minecraft put together. So the synopsis of this manga, it says, a high school first year Takuto has been selected as a beta tester for the new sandbox style video game Cuboids, and he couldn't be happier. As soon as he puts the game's VR headset, Takuto finds himself immersed and in the world made entirely of blocks, where he can mine, build, and hunt to his heart's content. But when the logout error traps him and his friends inside the game, Takuto discovers that sandboxes can be deadly. This thing has action adventure. For me personally, the characters are not that memorable as I wanted it to be. So because for me, I like to have I want to relate with the characters, not just have a blank protagonist. So for me, I would give this a read. I gave it a read. I read it for let's say it didn't take me about an hour, but I recommend this to some of my colleagues, and some of them liked it, some of them didn't. It also depends on what type of genre you like. And for me, I would highly kind of recommend it, but not that much, just because it feels kind of not original. But I'd give this a go. I'd give this Cube Arts probably a 2 out of 5 if I'm not mistaken. So without further ado, let's go to the number 4th spot. So for the fourth is gonna be Yakashi Triangle. So Yakashi Triangle is of course made from Shonen Jump, and the synopsis is Japan may be brimming with mysterious monsters called Yakashi, but they have a special exorcist ninja forced to counter the threat. Young exorcist ninja Matsuri spends his days fighting Yakashi to protect his childhood friend, Suzu. And when the Yakashi cat named Chigone shows up, things get turned upside down. So I've read this, I've stumbled upon it. I really do enjoy it very much. I mean, it's comedy, it has action adventure, it has gender bend. It's something else. It's very weird and very, I say, very surprising with the characters. I mean, the characters are kind of on point. I mean, it's funny at times. I really had a crack when I was reading it, and of course, I really do recommend it if you like that stuff. If you like, it kind of has a little bit of romance, kind of doesn't, but it mainly focuses on action, adventure, and comedy, and it kind of dabbles into romance, kind of doesn't. It's half and half with this series, or with this manga, but I really do like it. It's very funny. I'd give this probably maybe a 3 out of 5, because of course it's something funny, and just because of that. But the art styles is, it's a good art, has good art styles. I mean, it has I guess waifus, if you want to say that, but and then it has action and adventure, and it kind of does balance them out, kind of, sort of. But other than that, I really do recommend Yakashi's Triangle. It's very funny, cool, amazing, I guess. But other than that, let's go to number 3. Third spot is gonna be Kanajo mo Kanojo. So Kanajo mo Kanojo, or girlfriend and girlfriend, it has its twists. It's harem, school life, if you like that kind of stuff. It has, battle of the waifus, or what the main character is gonna end up with. It's comedic, it has comedy, but it has comedy. But the synopsis is, after harboring a love for years, Anoya finally gets to date his childhood friend Saki. However, just as he tries to commit himself to his relationship, he receives an abrupt confession from Minase. And then that's the synopsis. It has more, but I will just talk briefly about it. So after that, you know, he's trying to struggle, and he basically ends up with a brilliant idea to how do you say that word? Double play them. He tries double playing them. Like who does that? Like, it takes a man. That's a mad lad, if I say so myself. But other than that, you know, it's funny. It has comedy, it has harem, it has school life, it has slice of life, if you like that sort of stuff. But for me, it's kind of hard because the characters are memorable, I guess, and then there's sometimes it's just it's too much. It's too much. But other than that, I mean, I give this probably a 2 out of 5. Just me being generous. I mean, I have a love-hate situation for harems and stuff like that, but it's just not my cup of tea, in a sense. But I'd really would recommend this to anyone actually. Kanojo mo Kanojo is it's good it's good in its own way. And not to trash on this manga, but it's really good. And I've received, and I think they're actually making a anime adaptation on next year, I believe. I don't know when, but I've heard that they're making an adaptation. I would watch the anime adaptation to see how and if it does line up with the story or what changes they will make. But other than that, I really would recommend Girlfriend. Other than that, number 2 spot. So for the second one is Kakuno no Inazuke, or the Cooks Fiends. So it's the same as kind of not the same as Kanojo no Kanojo. I mean, it does dabble in harems and school slice of life and stuff like that, and I kind of do like this one in the most part. So the plot is so it revolves around 2 teenagers who got switched as soon as their birth, and hoping to keep their biological and adopted children, their parents decide to engage the boy and the girl. So they made one, I guess, in 2019, I believe, and they started making this one, the 2020 version, I guess. But it's funny. I mean, there's of course the waifus, but other than that, it's very. I really do like it. I really do enjoy it. I read, I guess, a chapter, 3 chapters, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I haven't gone into it, I haven't read more deeply, haven't caught up. Really recommend this to someone. It's very funny, it's very comedic, it has its comedy, it has its serious tones when it has the chance, but the art style is amazing, or it's good art style for romance, to be more specific. But other than that, I mean, I would really give a Kakuno Inuzaki thumbs up. I would probably rate it a 3 out of 5. That's me being generous, because I'm very hard to please. But other than that, I would really recommend this. I would really give it a go for those of you who want to watch it. But other than that, let's go to our number 1 spot. For the first and final one, it's Masho Magic and Muscles. So Masho Magic and Muscles, for me, it was very hard to get into just because it was an original. It's basically One Punch Man meeting Harry Potter in that sense. You know, there's some scenes that they barely try on making the character appear better, and the fight scenes, it's a whole different story. It's like they start trying. So that's what it was, I guess, a turn off for me to get into this. I only read up to 2 chapters, and for me it's still kind of hard for me to do it. But the synopsis for Masho Magic and Muscles is: to everyone else, his magic dominated the world. A young and powerless Mash is threat to the gene pool that must be purged. Yeah, I know, right? Living secretly in the forest, he spends every day training his body, building muscles strong enough to compete with magic itself. However, upon having his identity exposed and his peaceful life threatened, Mash begins his journey to becoming the divine visionary, a role so powerful that society would have no choice but to accept his existence. So that's the synopsis. Again, there's some chapters that, there's some panels that are amazing and there's some that are not amazing. So it's very hard to get into because there's a lot of anime or mangas like that, such as One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100. Sometimes the drawings are and then there's sometimes they're like over the top, crazy and everything. So for me, that was the huge turn off point, and that's what made me not want to read anymore because it was an original. But nowadays it's hard to make an original manga and anime. But other than that, I would rate this probably 2 out of 5. That's for me being generous. I would rate it lower, but it has, I guess for me, it has potential, to be better, to excel. But, this is the top 5 mangas that I've been reading. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I will do more. If you want, my top anime or top mangas of all time that I really enjoyed or that have touched me, or romantic and sci-fi and harem or gory stuff or horror, please pick horror because I really like horror. Other than that, please follow me with this journey to be this. If you like this, please guys, see y'all in the next video. Bye bye guys.